Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are approaching our destination, our port of call being Cozumel, Mexico. After a little bit of a eventful evening last night, thankfully no one was violently ill, but dinner was definitely interrupted by the beginning feelings of seasickness. But here we are, approaching Cozumel. It is roughly 6:45 a.m. ship time, which we were warned last night to make sure that we synchronize our clocks with ship time, because Cozumel is not the same time as ship time, and if we do not make it back onto the cruise ship on time, we will be an hour behind, and we will also be left stranded here on the island. So we don't want that to happen. Although some people would prefer to come here and be here in comparison to other parts of the country, or of the United States for that matter. And Mexico in general has become even more popular, increasing in popularity, not only by those in, hey, they turned the lights on. It's nice. Not only by those living in southern parts of California looking for a more cost-effective, lower cost of living situation where you can find homes and apartments for a fraction of the price, and your commute to work just involves you crossing international borders, or possibly having a strong enough internet connection where you can just work from home and save a lot of money living in Mexico. We are experiencing an extreme cost of living crisis, a liquidity crunch, and insolvency nightmare, where odds are this is going to be becoming more and more of a norm. But as that happens, then we will also begin to see prices go up. Basic economics 101, but the earlier you get in, the better. Remember, folks, time in the market is far greater than timing the market. And that's going to apply to real estate in any country for that matter, especially if that country is developing as a nation to entice and attract those individuals looking for a higher quality of life and a lower cost of living. Additionally, the opportunities for healthcare and elective surgeries is yet another strong attraction, luring millions and millions of people to cross borders for their health, and not the same reasons why we may experience those crossing borders north to come into the country, which is very, very strange. You've got some trying to come in, you got some trying to get out. Go figure. However, we are currently slowing down a little bit. We're not going anywhere near as fast as we were really chugging along there through the Gulf of Mexico after we got through that storm the first day. We got some clouds overhead, you guys can see over there. But I think the weather, I don't know. I think we actually do have some rain projected in the forecast, but we're supposed to go snorkeling, so we'll see how that works out. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. And what could also be interesting is what's happening right now in the United States, which is millions of people losing their Medicaid health coverage. And with Florida being, I believe, the leading state with the most lost, several hundreds of thousands of people have lost their Medicaid health care coverage. Post-pandemic recovery, all due to a seemingly trivial and simple formality being paperwork. Paperwork, filing paperwork, not filing paperwork, and ultimately not having coverage. I guess I should have did a little bit more research before we got to Cozumel, because I did not expect to see this much infrastructure built up as we approached. These buildings, these lights. Cozumel is probably going to be more than I had expected. I remember we took a vacation once. We went to Playa del Carmen in Mexico, and our hotel was literally right there at the port, and we could see all the ships coming in and the people getting on and off. I think this was right before, we actually were there right before the explosion. There's a bomb that went off over there, and we missed it by a few days. Interesting how that works. Somebody must be looking out for us, or something. I was told to keep an eye out while I'm on this ship, because I may see some things I can't necessarily explain overhead, and these vessels prefer to fly and hover over water, large bodies of water. Maybe at night would be a better time, and then you could see their lights. But I would think that if they have the technology and are sophisticated enough to hide in plain sight and travel potentially millions of light years, they probably have the technology to have infrared and not need lights to be visible and spotted, giving away their location. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. But we are supposed to head out. We're going to meet up and grab coffee in about 30 minutes. And we are going to hustle off this boat, off this cruise ship, off of Paradise. Literally, it's called Paradise. And go ahead and meet up for our excursion and get ready to explore Cozumel and record some content, upload it to the other channels, and share with the Patreon members for them to see. Make sure you check out the links below if you want to see the other videos for the other topics of discussion, or maybe even see what property we end up looking at for purchase, or maybe even for rent. Maybe this is where we relocate to. Maybe we leave Florida and we move to Cozumel for a much lower cost of living situation, a much more affordable cost of living, lower rent. I know a lot of people are having trouble paying their rent right now. Maybe we buy a property, pay cash, no mortgage. We would still have access to beaches and beautiful weather and water, and potentially great internet access, because that's what we rely on to be able to bring you guys these videos and uploads and even live streams, as we were having a great time yesterday on Squirrel Tribe 2.0 for her Monday Mimosa live stream while surrounded by a ton of people on the cruise ship. That was a lot of fun. But who knows? Maybe we get a second home in Cozumel. Odds are we wouldn't cruise. We would just fly. We can fly out of any airport close to us in Florida and probably be here in just a few minutes. Learn Spanish, become bilingual. Learn more about the culture here. Is that a pyramid? That looks like a pyramid. I'm on 10x zoom, standing on the balcony, using my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, by the way, with no gimbal, no stabilizer. I got my tripod, but that's it. Just so that you guys can kind of get an idea and understand. Hey, look, there's another cruise ship. I think. Is that a cruise ship? It looks like a cruise ship. But trying to get you guys to be able to understand just how impressive these smartphones have gotten, to the point of which stabilization and optical zoom and digital zoom have really taken off here, which, in my opinion, makes this so much more fun to be able to create and not have to worry about lugging around so much gear, so much tech. And I can literally do anything and everything from my smartphone and not have to put it on a computer and upload it. I can just send it straight from my phone. Truly have come quite a long way in such a short amount of time. Hope you guys are having a great day, fantastic day. Hope you guys are doing well. I wish you all the best. Until next time.